Step into the light and remember all the faces you'll never see. Everybody lies to each other, turning code into memory. Every single night, unsuspecting, they yearn to be utterly alone, yet connected to something they'll not see. If you talk of love in a century, look for hatred and enmity. No one gives a damn, they're not listening, they're just hoping you'll set them free. More than you could care to discover waits for you in your dreams. If we could rely on the words of a man who follows in heat. Oh, who are you to be here now? I can see us. Thank you. We're live. Welcome to another episode of Crosspod Wordcast.
Yes, it's the Crosspod Wordcast. It's a crossword puzzle solving podcast episode that you're listening to right now.
Yeah, I think we're up to episode 80. This is going to be, at least in terms of 80 in our podcast feed. Mm-hmm. We've definitely done more recordings than that, but you know, we like to be a little bit, we like to hold back, leave our listeners, you know, craving, you know, that forbidden fruit.
We do like that. I've noticed.
Yeah. Well, David, I'm Daniel. And
yes, Daniel, you are, and I am David.
And you're David. How's your week been?
It's been just a fine week. How about yours?
It's been a fine week for me too. I did have a little bit of I would say drama in my world yesterday.
Oh.
Last night I got an MRI.
Oh.
I had an MRI done on my back and neck because I've had this like chronic pain.
Yeah.
That it's always been there, and so I wanted to get it looked at after I'd done physical therapy, and it didn't really change much. So they looked at 3 spots, which meant that I spent about an hour and 20 minutes
in there.
In there. And I've never done this before. Have you ever had an MRI?
One time.
Okay. What was it on?
My upper back.
Okay. So you went in head first, and
it wasn't that long. It wasn't as long as yours.
I'm
glad to say.
I was feeling anxious earlier in the day because I'd gotten this. Sam and I had to get these TB tests done, so they gave us a little TB shot, and then I kind of felt like maybe my tongue was like swelling up a little bit or something. So I was kind of worried maybe I was having an allergic reaction. That kind of got me feeling a little bit anxious. And so then when I went in for the for the thing, and they're like, you're gonna be in here for an hour and 20 minutes inside the machine. I was just like, okay, great. And then they put these headphones on me to listen to music.
Yeah.
And then the little cage on top, and you know, they're like, if you need us, squeeze the little thing. And then they sent me in there, and within about 10 seconds, I started like freaking out a little bit. Not like, you know, like, fuck, get me out of here. But like, I was
still silently panicking.
I was silently panicking, and I was feeling a little bit of that. And so I squeezed the thing, and they're like, what's up? And I'm like, I'm just having a little bit of a panic here. So maybe pull me out for a second. So they pulled me out. I took the headphones off. And with the headphones off, I felt better already. I was like, okay, there was something maybe that was throwing me off, but also I was just been anxious. So I went back in, and I was fine for the rest of the time. Although,
and so you didn't have music then?
They played it out in the room, so I could hear.
What music did you choose?
I requested Radiohead.
I did the same.
Oh, that's great. I will say they definitely, when you request it, you definitely get on whatever they were using a lot of early Radiohead and their contemporaries. There was Pearl Jam in there, Red Hot Chili Peppers.
So they were they gave you a station from like the
Radiohead and
90s.
Don't worry, about 10 minutes in, there were commercials.
Oh dear.
Yeah. So anyway, but we'll find out. Hopefully, you know, something that can be fixed or not. I don't know. What's going to be the good news to find in that scan?
Yeah, my guess is that they find slight levels of arthritis in some
for
of your,
sure,
and that you can try to, you know, kind of do more physical therapy,
probably,
and do that until you die.
Yep, and maybe if it's really severe, they'll give me some shots directly into the pain areas to soothe it. Maybe, but I don't know. I would say it's funny because after 2 months, I wasn't really feeling any better in physical therapy, and so I went into the doctor, and they go, okay, well, let's do an MRI. So I did an MRI, and so I scheduled the MRI, but they couldn't get me in for a month. So it's been another month. I've continued with physical therapy, and I would say that between that and me mostly just like, I would say, taking it pretty easy, not overdoing it in any way on my upper body.
Mm-hmm.
Feeling better. Feeling
good.
You know, it's still there, but it's a lot better. So you know, who knows? Maybe I'll live with it for the rest of my life. This could
Yeah,
be. Could be.
it is. It does seem like something that is just unavoidable. You get back pain, and then it's there. It's your new friend
Yeah. New best
for the
friend.
rest of your life. Yeah.
But let's not be Debbie Downers, Daniel David Downers on this one. We're
No.
alive. I
Yes,
I
we're live.
contemplated my own death when I was lying in the MRI, and I thought, someday I'm going to die, but not today.
Hmm.
And that's great. Pretty happy about that.
Well, good. I'm glad. That was quite a journey. I'm worried about you. I do make light a little bit of pain that is chronic because I have some too, and I just I don't want to make light of your suffering though.
Oh,
That's not my intention.
I do. I want to make light of it. That's really the only way to deal with it.
Well, one way is to record a podcast together. What we
Totally.
could do
Yep.
is describe to some maybe a newcomer to the show what segments they'll come
Yeah.
across as we proceed through towards the end of this episode.
Maybe if we can just add one listener each week. Um,
Yeah,
so let's see. If you're listening, please tell 3 people about our show.
right.
Yeah.
And
Anyone,
review us on iTunes
please.
because iTunes you have to go find
Still
an old
exists.
computer that you can install that on.
Yeah, right. And or Twitch and YouTube if you would like to see us live and you want to join in with the solve. Maybe we'll get Barry today. Maybe we'll get Steven. Maybe other friends of the show, other friends of the pod. We sometimes see
Uncle David,
Uncle David. Has he ever popped into the thread though?
the chat thread, yeah, for sure. Joe
Okay,
Trevino,
great.
for
Did
sure.
your aunt pop in there once too?
I don't know if she ever did. She's a listener to the
Yeah.
podcast, but
Okay.
I've never had her experience the live show. I did try to invite her onto the show to be a guest, but
Oh,
she didn't love the
family
idea.
politics.
I'll
get
keep
it.
pushing it.
Okay. So, well, let's go into a better section. Not the Debbie Downer business, but let's do our buzz by.
Yes.
Or
I have
do we
mine
do our
ready.
return and report?
Well, I'd like to have my buzz by.
Should we?
Right.
Let's do our buzz by first. Then
Okay.
we'll return and report. Go, David.
So this is the part of the episode where we talk about the drinks that we're having, and we promote local breweries that don't necessarily sponsor us. But mine is from Temple and Family Brewing.
TF.
That's right, TF.
Tall boy
Most
there.
people just call it TF. It's an unusual kind of a special release here, and it's
Oh.
called Phineas Creamsicle Hazy India Pale Ale with natural flavors. That's what it is here, and it's got a little cat on the front. Maybe you can
I like
see
that.
in the logo there.
Oh, I can. What a cute kitty.
Always very stylish. This is as far as the labels are designed, I'd say they're stylish, the TF
Nice.
stuff, but they also have nice beers. I think this one is nice. It has an unfiltered nature where if you were to pour it into a glass, it would be opaque and you couldn't see through it.
Yeah. Well, I can't wait to hear your review while you're
Okay.
getting into it. Go ahead.
I'm getting
Oh, I
it
want to
now.
hear. Oh, okay. Yeah, I want to hear it.
That was kind of a clumsy open.
That's all right.
Go ahead.
Berliner Weiss ale with plum from Shades Brewing is what I'm on to.
Well, both of these are
Local. They're
great
just down the
local
street from each other. Yeah.
breweries. Yeah.
Let me get into mine here.
Relatively recent newcomers, not newcomers really, but in the last couple of years compared to the old Red Rocks.
Oh, sure. Or the Uintas.
Uintas, yeah. Okay, this segment is complete. We've finished our best buzz by ever so far, I think.
Okay.
And now we move on to, well, we have the return and report, which I'm happy to kind of talk about and do that with you. It's nice that you have the Crosspod Wordcast up in the podcast feed because the notes that we have from our previous episodes can tell people what we've reviewed
Indeed.
in past art sections and what might come up in a return and report. Anything to talk about?
No, I haven't done any. You did Mosquito Coast last week. I haven't done that. I don't think I've seen any of your other previous things. So nothing to return and report, I will say. You?
Fine. Well, yes, not really. I do. I guess I'll say again that I still haven't watched Breakpoint on Netflix. This
Netflix, yeah.
series that has tennis players, five episodes of tennis players that they cover, and with another five to come.
Hmm.
At some point, I do understand that in the next set they're releasing episodes about Carlos Alcaraz, but up until now, I just haven't been interested in the content because it's all from like 2 years ago.
Hmm.
I did though listen to a review of it, or people were discussing how poor it was and how they didn't feel satisfied by
Oh,
the
what a
drama.
bummer.
And one complaint was that it's called Breakpoint, but they don't make an effort to explain, perhaps describe or explain or go over cases with these tennis players when they experience breakpoints. So it seems like a failed use of it's a clever use of a title that's relevant
Hmm.
in tennis, but then in the drama and in the course of the episodes, they don't seem to explore the concept. That's what this person, Brian Koppelman, I was hearing talk about it.
Hmm. Well, maybe you dodged a bullet there, David.
We'll see what happens when the next set of five come out. That's all I have to say on Breakpoint.
Okay.
Anything else before we finish our return and report segment?
Nope. I think that'll do it on the return and report segment. Um, should probably do, musical transitions between all the sections, right?
Right, with
Right.
your little harp.
No, this one's a,
Oh, a little pan flute
yeah.
or something.
All right. Well, David, I guess I'll return and report on my puzzling. I'm trying to keep up.
Mm-hmm.
This is my record. In the last week, I have not completed Fridays, but I completed everything else. But I did have to check my answers in order to move forward.
That's still pretty great work. Every week you have at least two, but on the week of the 13th you had four straight. A streak of
Yeah, it was a good streak
yeah.
that
It
week.
is also interesting that they connect the days, like Mondays are connected to Mondays and Tuesdays
Yeah.
are connected to Tuesdays. What do you think about that? Two
I guess maybe
Wednesdays
you
in
could have
row.
a streak. You could have so you can have a streak of like,
A streak of days,
a
difficulty
streak of
levels.
days in a row, but you can also be like a streak of Mondays. You've solved all the Mondays.
All
And I
right.
could probably go back a little further than that, but okay. So it's fun. I'm loving it, and I'm gonna return and report that I like our idea of one day retiring and doing this every day.
Yeah, it does seem like a good thing to dedicate our lives to
Yeah.
at some point. Yeah.
A worthy pursuit.
But
But
we'll have to we'll once we get to episode 100, we'll have Jesse Thorne on, of course.
obs.
And at that point, he'll be on hand to give us
Podcasting
development advice.
Oh,
Right,
yeah,
right.
totally, yeah.
He's
Maybe
the
he'll bring
best
us
person
into
to
the.
ask.
Maybe our goal should just be to
maximum
get into
fun.
the
Can we be
maxfun.org.
maximum fun?
Yeah,
Can we match up to that brand? Can we? Are we?
I think so.
Cheerful
I think so.
and
Yeah.
upbeat and I don't know what.
funny.
Yeah, funny.
and thoughtful. Sure. Yeah, heck yes.
Okay, then let's see what we can do. Maximum
There
fun.
we
That's
go.
our small
our
goal.
That's our goal. Okay. Well, David, let's do today's puzzle.
Okay.
It's a Thursday, March 2nd, 2023.
Right.
And if we finish early, will you help me finish Fridays?
Sure.
How about that? Okay, cool.
Yeah, that sounds nice.
I think we might, maybe.
Okay.
Let's do it. We'll give ourselves 1 hour. We won't look up any things, but if you're in the chat, don't look up anything, but just use the things you know and the people around you to help.
Sounds good.
And we have producer Sam on the boards.
Salton Studios,
Keeping
thank
us-
you for hosting
Keeping us looking good.
Yeah,
Okay,
the
let's do
ones-
it.
The ones in the twos.
Yep. Okay, here's a puzz by Malaika Honda. Handa.
Honda, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is interesting. It
Mhm.
kind of has some crosses in the more like Christian crosses sense.
And then a diagonal pattern that of black squares.
Yeah,
From
top left to
top
bottom right.
right.
mirrored,
kind of, and then the whole grid is
inverted.
kind of three squares by two, 3/2/3, kind of roughly is
Mm-hmm.
how the
Yeah.
letters, the words form.
No exceptionally long answers here. Some 8-letter ones is looks to
Right.
be the longest. Oh,
17
10
across and
down,
60.
24 down
Oh, those are
are
long.
long.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then 17 across and 60 across are also pretty
Oh,
long. And they
I'm
look
just
like
doing
they
it.
have a
Here we go.
theme. Okay,
Yep.
60 across. The answer is 9 letters long.
Pardon. 9 letters long. That's right. And the clue is subject of some medical research. Oh man, MRIs?
Oh boy.
Or a description of this puzzle's theme.
Or a description of this puzzle's theme.
Okay.
As
Some
a pun, though. Sorry, excuse, I really pounded into
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
microphone.
Of this puzzle's theme?
Yeah, yeah. It's a
Yeah.
question mark at the end there.
Yeah.
Or a description of this puzzle's theme. A description. So
Hmm.
crosses like upside down. I don't know.
Yeah.
Should we hop to a 24 or 10 down, or do you like
Yeah, let's
17
10
across?
down.
10 down.
That's 10 letters, 11 letters.
Yeah. Answer. The clue is boil over.
And I'm
No,
not sure.
no, no obvious connection
No.
to. What about a theme or any kind? So what? Okay, neither is 24 down. Another.
1987 biopic set in China. It's also 11 letters.
Yeah.
Biopic
1987.
set in China.
Huh. Biopic. Well,
Well, is the what's that Spielberg with the young
oh, the Sun Empire of the Sun.
Empire of the Sun, maybe?
Is that a
M
but it's a
It is based on a true
biographical,
story.
but is it
Yeah.
biographical about it's like about a
No, it's
person
not a
usually, right?
biopic. Yeah.
A biopic has a singular figure
Sure.
in
Last
mind.
Emperor. Emperor.
Emperor. That's the one with the child emperor.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Could that
that's a
be it?
that could be it. Last,
Let's
and it's not
try
the
20
last emperor. Okay. Do you want to glance just for fun at 17 across, just because it's kind of the parallel answer of
Sure,
60
yeah.
across?
9 letters.
The clue is sites of many revolutions.
With no question mark, no joke. This is no joke. So,
Like the squares or
yeah.
I don't know.
Well, let's
Yeah, let's
23
build off of
across.
last emperor 3. Yeah,
Yeah.
we have blank L blank for 23 across.
Child-oriented nonprofit group abbreviated. Child-oriented nonprofit.
No.
Children's lucky network. Okay. 28 across,
Yep.
blank A.
That clue, drab.
Mhm. I'm wondering
Drab.
if the A doesn't quite feel right. I can't.
Yeah, you can't think of a
Nothing comes to
word that
mind
is
with
like
that.
drab. Last
Yeah.
emperor. So 1987. Well, should we I did see another clue in here that I actually
That you like,
know
yeah.
or I think I know the answer. Let's see. If you hop back over to the downs.
Mm-hmm. 13
Mm,
down. That's one
Uh,
I know.
oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's do that. 13 down. It's 5 letters long. The answer.
Squid Game setting. I think that's just going to be Korea.
Korea.
Yeah.
Okay, we can build off of that. That
Yeah.
9 across. Blank 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 K.
Mm-hmm. Gumption.
Hmm.
Chutzpah. Nerve.
Gumption.
Uh,
The
knack. Not.
knack.
Knack's not
Uh,
right.
What about
Well,
16 across? Blank 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 O.
it helps you show your point of view. It helps you show your point of view. Like a camera, like a Leica.
Hmm.
19 across, blank R.
That clue: flower whose name comes from the Greek for star. That's an aster.
Aster.
Yeah.
Great, because
Yeah.
like astrology, the stars, and all that jazz.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now we should do
try
9 down, and then
yeah.
we can kind of build on, see if we can get this
Sure,
thing.
sure.
It's kind of tricky clues. Nine down. Blank blank A.
Group abbreviated of club owners.
Club like like PGA. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think so. That's the Professional Golfers Association.
I think I know the answer to 9 across the. It's got P blank 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 K
For
and
gumption,
gumption. I think it's
pluck.
pluck. Yeah,
I like that.
those are both fun.
That'd be a fun word to look up. Pluck.
Yeah, I'll say let's look up gumption too.
Sure. Why not?
I'm gonna get my notes out and
I've got
write that
I
down.
dare to. Okay, 16 across now is G blank 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 O for our it helps you show your point of view. Gusto, gecko,
Hmm.
Greco.
What is there a brand of camera that
Mm, don't know. Shall
what about
we
11 or 12 down?
Yeah, or yeah, let's do 11 down. U blank T blank blank blank.
The clue: speech that ends sentences with rising tones.
Uh,
Speech,
utterance? No. A speech that ends sentences with rising tones.
uh, okay, that's
I don't know. I don't know
clever.
about that. Yeah.
It's a type of speech, like a form of speech. It's like a term for it's like a language
Okay.
term,
Maybe.
right? Or is it? Or
12 down. C blank E blank blank blank.
the clue: peaks,
Peaks.
like
Crests.
PEAKO, crests.
Okay.
Okay, good. I like it. What about 22 across for
Yeah,
fun?
22 across blank blank SE.
That clue: lighten up, and the up is parenthetical.
Parenthetical. Lighten up. Ease up.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
Ease up, lighten up.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like they're doing with us now. They're easing up on us.
the clues and the answers are
Yeah.
coming faster. Okay, so what about 27 across blank
Yeah.
blank blank TA?
Physicist who invented the electric battery. Not it's not Tesla. So electric battery.
Physicist.
Physicist. Do you think there's like a battery company like maybe named after?
Yeah, could be, but I don't recognize. I don't recognize blank 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 TA. What about 10 down? L blank SE followed by 7 blanks.
That clue we've already seen because
Oh,
it's a long one. Boil over.
oh,
Lose
lose.
control.
Oh, boil over.
Well, so now it helps you show your point of view. GO blank RO.
GoPro. That's what I was trying to think of.
Yeah,
The
there you
camera
go.
brand.
Good job.
Okay. Up. UPTA blank blank is what we have now for 11 down.
Speech that ends sentences with rising tones.
Up talk?
Up talk,
Up,
I
up
guess.
talk?
Sure. Up talk.
Okay.
But then now
Okay,
Pete
that's
Physicist.
weird. Lose. Oh,
Yeah, I don't
Volta.
know.
Maybe Volta.
Volta. Yeah, Volta. So
There's a new pizza place in Sugar House called Volta.
Oh, you been?
Tried to go and they were their wait
Busy
lists,
biz?
so it was like
Okay.
too long of a wait.
Okay.
Then we went just around the corner and got some pho. Really great pho thin.
Oh,
down,
Saigon Little.
pho thin.
Oh, that's right. I've never been there.
I think.
I only go to Saigon if I'm in that neighborhood.
Sorry. I also go there, but I go there a lot because it's close to work.
Okay, well, David, where do you want
Lose one's
to lose oneself? Boil over. Lose
oneself. That's weird.
Let's
I lost.
see. You better lose yourself in the moment.
Okay. What about 30 across? Blank 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 NKS.
Further considers.
Rethinks.
Rethinks.
Methinks.
Methinks. Okay, well, I was gonna go to 51 across easy peas. Blank F blank.
Blank F blank. The clue: add up to.
Add up to. Maybe not.
Oneself doesn't feel good.
Lose
Lose one's.
one's
the clue
cool.
again is boil over. Lose one. That doesn't fit though.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do 27 down. VI blank blank blank.
Shade provider. Viola.
What about shade provider? What about like a type of makeup thing? Is there an app, like some sort of makeup term for shade?
Maybe some kind of shade.
Shade provider. Okay,
Okay,
31
31
down.
down. H blank blank blank.
That clue, jaunty greeting.
You think maybe hi or something
Hi,
like that?
hi.
Yeah,
Okay.
hi. Well, let's see about 35 across. Blank blank I blank E.
That clue, scary thing to ask for, maybe.
Scary thing to ask for, maybe.
Raise.
Raise. Okay, sure. Yeah.
This
Um,
shade provider.
visor.
Visor, of
Yeah, shade
course.
provider. Da.
Yeah.
Okay, 4T4 across. Or 26 down, David.
Yeah, 26 down.
Blank TA blank.
That clue, kind of beetle with large jaws. I don't know.
I don't know either.
TA blank. How about 38 across while we're here? Blank HO blank 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 blank.
Image in some happy Halloween texts.
Ghosts?
Ghosts.
No, ghouls? Ghost
Ghouls doesn't fit.
So
Ghost emoji. Ghost. Well, does the G help us with the kind of beetle? Stag beetle?
okay.
Stag beetle
stag
sounds
beetle.
kind of like.
They would have large jaws.
I actually haven't heard of stag beetles. I'm just.
I haven't either,
guessing
I
now.
guess.
Oh, okay, cool.
What about 44 across?
Sure.
Or do you like 25 across? Blank blank S.
Yeah, 25 across. Blank blank S.
That clue, confirmations.
Like eyes, like that. AYS.
Confirmations. Could be.
Mm-hmm. Let's
now
look at
you're
7
going to want to do
down.
6 and 7 down. Okay. Blank 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 blank. YER.
Influencer as with fashion. Influencer as with fashion. Model, like a wearer, like a something. 6 down.
Okay.
Blank 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 AR.
That clue, whom so-called Swifties are fans of.
Well, that's got to be.
That's Taylor.
Taylor.
So OKs, maybe confirmations. OKs, is that?
Okay, sure. Yeah.
That's Taylor Swift.
Swifties.
Fans are called Swifties.
Yeah. Did you know that? Would you been able to?
I would have known that. Yeah.
I mean, in context, if you had asked me in reverse, like, what are fans of Taylor Swift called?
Yeah, I would have said. I think I would have said Swifties.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know about me.
I have a Swiftie in my household.
Oh yeah. Is it Beckett?
Yeah.
Yep. Or is it Killian? Killian and Beckett.
Yeah,
tied.
the two of them make up one Swiftie.
Yeah. Okay. Well, 5 across. Blank T blank blank.
The clue: palindromic staple in Indian cuisine. And so there's got to be a T where you are there, right? But what is that?
Etta, Utu.
Blank, TT, blank.
Edie?
Utu, ET.
Mm-hmm.
I would usually say non.
Non, sure, but Taylor is
but that doesn't fit. Yeah. Well, okay, so
influencer with as with fashion. T blank 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 KER. Thinker.
Yeah. It's almost like there's something.
How about 21 across? Blank blank L blank.
That clue: dark colored drink.
Cola.
Okay.
18 down. Blank C blank.
That clue: Blank Records, division of Sony.
Mm-hmm. RCA
Records is a division of Sony. Now we have an opportunity for a true clue game.
Ooh, 23. Well, no, because I'm not.
We already looked at 23 across.
This.
We don't have. We don't
and
have
the
an
23 across
for a
child-oriented group. A feels good because a lot of organizations.
True. Yeah. Well, what we've already looked at that one anyway. What about 15 across? Did we look at that?
15 across. Blank A, blank blank.
That clue: palindromic honorific.
Oh, that's fun. Ma'am, probably.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
8 down. Blank M blank.
That clue: breakfast times in brief.
AMs.
The AMs.
Mm-hmm.
So it's ATA.
ATA, which we'll have to look up because I don't know
down,
what that.
AM blank O.
AM blank O. The clue. Oh wait, sorry, I looked. I didn't realize.
Okay.
I thought we'd already seen it.
It's all right.
Okay.
Well, we have AM blank O, and the clue is in quotes. It's a weird one. It's I blank tired, in
Exclamation point in quotes.
And the whole, yeah.
I am so tired.
I'm so tired.
Okay.
Okay. And now we're back to the clue we looked at earlier because it's long. It's a 17 across. Is 4 blanks RSY blank S.
Sites of many revolutions. It's kind of looking weird with the R.
It's looking really weird. Yeah, and 7 down looks really weird.
But maybe that's where our some medical research thing.
A description of this puzzle's theme, subject of
and
some
here
medical
TA
research.
blank AKER, influencer as with fashion. So if we think maybe there's a rebus, what could make TA blank AKER into some kind of influencer as with fashion? TikToker, tank taker, TikToker now.
TikToker.
Yeah. Tambourine man.
Something maker, something systems,
Let's-
tastemaker.
Tastemaker.
STE.
Stem cells, right?
Okay, stem cells. Subject of some medical research, and the word stem.
And this in a
is
box is like a
in a
cell, and it's
box.
going to have stem in it. Okay, that's fun.
Tastemakers, and so this is systems. Sites
Yeah.
of many revolutions, and it's
Corrupt systems, maybe, or
sites of many revolutions. It's like student or like labor systems.
or it could be revolutions, not like rebellions, but just like revolutions, like rotations.
Like motor systems or something.
Motor systems, sure. Motors do revolve. 4 down then would be blank blank O.
Remedy for a sore throat.
Hot toddy.
Yum.
Yeah. I don't know.
Remedy for a sore throat. You would have a lozenge. You would have some tea. Tea is what I would have. So I
Tea?
think we should put tea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's just spill it.
So it's something with an AR
Spell the tea.
system. Spill the tea. Oh, so what about 1 across? Did we already look? The very best place
Not
to start,
yet.
Julie Andrews would say.
1 across is blank 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 T.
The clue is young farm animal. It's a colt, maybe?
The colts are baby young male
Baby
horses.
Horses? Is that
Yeah.
possible?
A colt is a male horse, and
A young one.
yeah.
Too. And
I don't know if it's young though. Do you think it is?
Oh, it is young.
Oh, okay.
A
You
colt
know.
is young, and the clue
Okay.
says it should be. So, well, let's confirm it though with 1 or 2 down.
1 down. C blank blank blank.
That clue, amount to.
Amount to.
Come? No.
Um.
No, it's got to be. There's no
Yeah,
parentheses
if the
around
2
the
was
2.
in parentheses,
Right,
yeah,
right,
yeah.
right.
How about 2 down? Oh, blank blank blank.
That clue, sign of ripeness, perhaps.
Odor. I've seen this one in other puzzles recently.
Odor. Okay. What do you like? 14 across?
Yeah, blank D, blank E.
The classic cartoon character originally named Spot. That's Odie.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
From
Odie
Garfield,
of
the
Garfield,
dog in
yeah.
Garfield. Yeah. Solar systems. Sites of many revolutions. Solar systems?
Yeah, because they go around, like yeah, like that. Okay, so
Okay.
now COS blank
Amount to cost.
cost. True
Right?
clue, or did we already see 20 across?
I don't know. No, I'm looking at it now, and I'm seeing it now.
And I
But
haven't
we
seen
didn't
it.
see it before.
Okay,
You could guess it.
TR blank. It could be what do you call it's some kind of sporting is it in I don't know. When repeated, common phrase.
Sam, oh, by the way, Sam asked if you could move or close the hidden window on the iPad.
Oh, the hidden window? It's closed. No, like that little thing, but I can move
There,
it. Yeah,
yeah,
you're right.
okay.
You're right. Okay, well, I was trying to try. I was doing for a try. Isn't there a sport that's like a try is a specific thing? I know it is, but I can't remember what sport.
I don't know. We could look it up. I'll
Yep.
put it in the notes.
Put it in the notes. TR blank, though. The true clue is sample.
And you had it right, like the
Yeah,
verb
but I didn't really get a clue out, so I don't know if I'm going to count
sample. But try, and we'll look it up a sport. You know, they have. I don't know. I've never heard that. Have you ever heard they have the bye in
that. A bye is in a sport?
a bye is on like a sport, you know, like a the the bracket the like March Madness
Oh,
has,
okay.
you know,
Yeah.
and
A
in some
bye is
sports a bye gets you, or even in not in brackets, I guess, if you have a bye, you don't have to play, and you're into the next round. I think, and it's spelled BYE. I think we've come
oh,
across it as a clue before.
interesting. Okay, well, we'll have to look.
Okay.
Blank,
Well, that's
23
different from a
across.
try.
Blank,
Yeah,
blank
20.
A.
What is the clue? It's child-oriented nonprofit group. We've looked at this
Oh,
one.
that's
Still
right.
no idea. What
Don't
about
know.
3 down, though? We've got a couple great letters. Lily blank, 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 blank.
Hopping spots?
Lily
That's fun.
pads?
Yeah. Okay, PTA maybe?
PTA,
I guess
child-oriented nonprofit group.
they're not a 501c3 probably, but they are a nonprofit group. So
Yeah.
child oriented. Parent Teacher Association. Okay, 28 across, blank, blank, A blank.
Yeah, that clue, drab. We saw that one. So,
Mhm.
but it didn't work with the letters we were looking at.
Well,
But
now we
we
know
have,
T is the biopic,
okay, T
maybe
and
the,
the.
but then how would drab, blank,
Oh,
blank,
but I bet the word
AH?
system, the last emperor. That's it. The LA, and then stem. Sorry, stem has to be in a
Mhm.
rebus, and then we could probably do it over here too with
The last M,
the last
roar.
one,
Okay.
2.
So it uses it in both directions. So 45 across is blank, blank, STEM, blank, 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 blank.
Yeah, that clue. Ooh, I so want to, and that phrase is all in quotes.
So maybe it's going to be like blank, blank, S or blank, blank, ST or blank, blank, STE.
Or yeah, like yes,
Ooh, I so want to.
yes,
Yes.
tempting.
Tempting?
YESTEMPTING.
Is that like
yes,
a thing now?
tempting. No, it's not a thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just ooh.
Ooh,
I
okay.
so want to.
Well, then let's 52 across, blank, 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 E.
That clue, direction en España.
Este probably?
Este, certainly, I think.
Yeah. Oeste, norte, sur.
They wouldn't fit. Yeah.
Okay, David, where to?
Well, why not like build the bottom left of the puzzle, or no, 28 across, I think, but the center left.
Well, we see the
We already
drab.
looked at that. What
blank,
about 32
blank,
across?
Blank, blank, DE, blank, blank.
That clue, add-ons to some bills.
Add-ons to some bills. Maybe it ends with an S there?
Ooh, maybe. Yeah. What? Well, should we do 36 across?
Yeah, blank, blank, SL, blank, blank, blank.
That clue, city street demarcation.
Get something lane, city street demarcation, gas lane, HOV lane.
City street demarcation.
If it is lane,
Yeah,
then
street.
34 down could be SN blank blank.
That clue, huff.
Like a snit.
A snit. Okay. What about 40? Should we look at 42 across now?
Yeah, A blank I blank blank.
That clue, line at a theater, maybe.
A line at a theater, like a line in the script.
Oh, aside.
Aside, yeah.
Yeah, in the script. That's
cute.
nice. Yeah.
Okay. Well, 33 down, blank AS blank blank.
The clue, grates. GRATES. Grates.
Probably ends with an S. Blank AS blank S.
Like rasps.
Rasps. Maybe. Let's see. Oh, Tempting, David.
Yes, tempting.
Oh, God. All right.
Yes.
Yes, tempting.
Tempting.
Ooh, I so want to.
It's a great clue and a great answer.
All right, then 37 down. We already see that. EDI blank. I haven't looked.
I haven't looked either.
True clue time.
Yes, it is the true clue time.
EDI blank Falco.
Edie.
Actress of
Edie.
Yeah, Edie.
The
Could be
great
that.
Edie Falco.
Yeah. The only.
How about this? Rewrite.
Rewrite. Edit. Okay, the true clue though, name found in ingredient.
Edie.
Edie.
Oh,
Okay.
you get 1 point, but no more than that.
True.
Clue.
It was a
Lose
name
one's
though, so
self.
that yeah.
It might be lose oneself still. We just don't like 51 across. But there's got to be another. No, it's got to be lose one's temper. It's one's.
One. So here it's
So
going to
it's-
be STEM.
Yeah.
Lose one's
Ghost.
temper.
Yeah. Now look at 38 across again. We got GHOSTEMT blank blank.
Image and some Halloween texts. Ghost.
Oh, emoji. The T's.
Emoji.
The T's. That's great.
Okay.
That's great. Ghost emoji. Solar systems.
44.
Yes, tempting.
Yes, tempting. Stem cells, baby. 44 across. IRP blank blank blank.
The clue: any of the Baudelaire children in a series of unfortunate events. And so, hi ho is 31 down.
Hi ho is a
orphans.
very jaunty greeting, isn't
A
it?
jaunty greeting. You know,
Hi-ho.
my great grandfather used to say hi ho, like when he'd walk in the
And
door.
that guy
Hi-ho.
was a jaunt,
Yeah.
if ever there was one. 40 down. JA blank is a true clue, and 31 down. IN blank.
Double true clue game.
Double true clue.
Okay. Well,
DTC, David.
what for
40
40
down?
down? For 40 down, why don't I say for JA blank, I'll say detour.
Detour. It could be Jag.
Yeah, does that work?
Maybe. Sure. It could be that. It could be that, or it could be early blank walking.
Jay
Yeah.
going on an interview with Mr. Jay Leno himself.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah. 41 down. IN blank. It could be.
And
tat.
we have to have it in line with our original
Familiarly.
clue. Our two clues have to match, right?
Yeah. Oh, would we have to? Then we have to come up with a third
No,
true
we
clue
don't
for
have to come up
48
with
across.
No.
Because that'll give us a true clue game there. Let's just do these two, and then we can do another true clue.
Okay, fine. Fair enough.
40 down. The truest clue is shake up.
Jar?
Jar. Yeah.
Okay.
And then 41 down. Did you do one? It's
I
IN
didn't.
blank.
IN blank. You did tat
Familiarly.
for ink.
Slangily. Ink,
Yeah. And then I am going to say
Go on then.
gerund suffix.
Ing. Okay. But the true clue is they're good to know. Ins?
Ins. Oh, I
Yeah.
don't
Like I
that.
have some ins.
That's
That's dumb.
weird.
Okay. But 48 across now. E blank RS.
A true clue game again. E blank
Yeah.
RS.
Yeah.
Any ideas?
Cornies? Corn? Something?
Ears.
Some corny things?
Oh,
Question mark?
ears.
Yeah, I think that could work, right?
Okay. How about this? Like, makes a mistake.
Errors. Okay, David. The true clue, though, is whiffs.
Whiffs.
Errors. Probably.
Errors.
Yeah,
It's almost like it would be AIRS. Yeah.
Yeah. This one's interesting now, 39 down. OHR.
It already just looks like, oh, really, to me. But the clue is
Is
that so?
Yeah. Okay, David.
Have you heard the most recent episode of Comedy Bang Bang?
Nah.
Well, Jason
Should. It's good.
Alexander
Manzukis?
is on. Jason
Okay.
Alexander
Oh, I love that guy.
and he's starting a new podcast. Everybody's getting into the podcast game, and it's
Mm-hmm.
called Really? No,
Really?
really,
Really? No, really?
really, no, really. That's It's called Really, No, Really.
Really? Question mark. No,
Yeah,
really?
really. Yeah, yeah,
Exclamation point. Period.
yeah. Maybe an exclamation point. These people are funny too. Jason Alexander. He fits
Funny
into.
guy.
I thought he did a great job on Comedy Bang Bang. It wouldn't be easy to just jump into the. Not everybody does great.
Do you remember I did share a bit of him in the art section during
Jason Alexander.
peak COVID? Yeah, I shared. I'm pretty sure. I shared a online, like a Zoom facilitated poker game,
Huh?
celebrity poker
Okay,
match
that kind of rings a bell.
that had John Hamm,
Oh, Jason
Kevin
Alexander.
Pollak,
Oh, Kevin Pollak.
Jason Alexander.
Are they all doing like accent?
No, they're just
impressions
themselves. They're just being themselves.
Hmm.
Yeah, but they're fun. A surfer guy, Jack Slater, Kelly Slater,
and
and a few others. There was like a film director in there that got booted pretty quickly. Okay.
Well, anyway,
True Clue?
that was a
51
total.
across?
What did you say? 51 across True Clue
Yeah.
game? Yeah,
Yeah.
blank RE. Yeah.
Yeah. It could be before, before.
Air.
Yeah.
I'll say a doctor with a Grammy named after him.
Dre.
That's right. They just named a special Grammy
Oh,
award.
I didn't know that. That's cool. But the truest clue of them all is add up to. Add up
R.
to. R.
Yeah.
R.
Out of this, yeah, R. Way out
mhm.
from this. We weren't expecting add up to be
No, not at all. 51 down, true clue. A blank C.
that clue.
Congresswoman
sorry.
from
Whoops.
New York. Familiarly.
Wait. Say your true
51
clue
down.
guess.
Congresswoman from New York.
Oh, AOC.
Familiarly.
AOC. Yeah. Okay, good. That's a great guess. I'm going to say segment of a circle.
Arc.
Is that right?
I don't know. Sure. Yeah. Okay. Lead into sine, cosine, or tangent. Good one, David.
Whoa. Is
Arc.
it?
Yeah, I think so. Arc tangent, arc sine.
Is
yeah.
it?
Yeah. Is
I
it?
don't know. I don't
really?
know.
No, really? Really?
Really? No, really.
No, really?
Oh gosh, we're on. Okay, look, we're on 54 down.
Okay.
It's blank
Blank
M,
M, blank,
blank, and I
Oh,
know this
David.
answer just so well. I mean, it's amazing.
Tennis
It's-
champ Raducanu.
Yeah,
Did I say that name right? I assume I
you did. Yeah, well, it's a tough name to say. I'm not
Okay.
even sure how to say it. I
Okay.
hear it said so many different ways. Yet, yeah,
I do not know this name, David.
Raducanu,
Yeah.
tennis champ Emma Raducanu.
Oh, it's a lady.
She's she's a young tennis player who kind of she's from England, and she has she's young, and she won the US Open a couple of years ago.
Mhm.
And it's been kind of ever since that win, which is a huge win in a young person's career. She's kind of dipped, and people are she's it was a huge success for her, but she hasn't backed it up, but she's still celebrated.
Disappointing
and,
follow through.
Yeah,
Okay, well,
and
thanks,
she's
Emma.
a young British player.
Yeah.
Emma Raducanu.
Raducanu. Okay, David. Let's 53 across. Blank blank ER.
That clue. Bone Blank, indie band with a platinum debut album of 2008.
I believe that's Ever.
Yeah, Bon Iver. Bon Iver.
Ever.
Well, however you pronounce it to make it kind of sensible.
Sure.
Because it's a misspelling of winter, I think, as far as I'm aware.
Bon Iver.
Yeah, Bon Iver is like the sound. He was trying to make it sound like, I guess, the French term for good winter. But I think you would spell it different in actual French.
Gotcha. Okay, well, that's nice.
Not that I'm an expert, but my aunt Diane, who listens, has corrected our French in the past.
Oh, good. Well, she should send us some emails about it to crosspodwordcast@gmail.com.
Yes, she should.
Okay.
We welcome them. It's So, I'll write down here that we look up in our etymological pass how to spell winter in French.
Okay. 50 across, E blank blank. About when will you be here? Question. About when will you be here? What is you and be? So texty speak.
So it's casual.
ETA probably.
ETA, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, 43 down seems like a gimme. ENTIT blank blank.
And yeah, the clue qualify.
And title?
And title. Yeah. I don't know how it could have been anything else.
No. 47 down, GAVE blank blank.
The clue waved the white flag.
Gave up.
Gave in.
Gave in or gave up?
I gave up. I was
gave
kidding.
up. Okay, David.
Okay, true clue opportunity here. Twice in a row. And these are fun
Yeah.
because they're 4-letter answers. We have
Yeah.
63 across blank LUM.
Yeah. That could be down.
Oh, glum.
Yeah.
I was going to say it could be a professor on a game board.
Plum. That's what I'm drinking. Plum.
Oh, good for
the
you.
plum
Your
ale.
Berliner Weiss plum ale. Good. How has it been? Mine's almost done.
Tasty. Yeah. Okay. 63 across. The true clue is recipient of some donation requests informally.
Alum.
Oh yeah. We didn't.
You get those? Do you, as an alum?
Oh yeah.
Oh, man. Constant.
Yeah, I get them twice over. Okay, 68 down, SA blank, and 66 across, blank EPA. Double true clue.
We will true clue. Once.
Yeah.
Do you want to go first?
Sure, but I can only think of one for 60 down. SA
Yeah,
blank.
I can't think of anything for
be start to many California cities.
San.
Yeah.
Sticky tree substance.
Sap.
Yeah.
Think it's pepper. Well, let's just see.
Yeah, British pig. Oh, salt and pepper. That's with 2 P's.
Let's talk about sex group.
It's very convenient that they spelled Peppa with 1 P there in there.
Very convenient indeed. Think it's a conspiracy.
To help
So
the
sap
constructors
the
of
clue was gradually weakened, David. So that's a point. That's a point.
Sap the verb, but I was doing sap now, and I only got 1 point for that, I think.
Yeah. Okay, 61 down. E blank blank.
The clue: a blank tart Chinese custard pastry. I don't know that.
Eel.
Oh dear.
No.
Goodness.
55 across. A blank blank.
That clue: long-running animated TV role that hasn't had a speaking appearance since 2017. Animated TV role that hasn't had a speaking appearance. Long running. What?
I do not. Nothing comes to mind there. Alf would fit.
Yeah, well,
That's not
not animated. Maybe they did an animated series, but it wasn't long running as an animated. If it's long run, okay.
And it's a role in a series, a TV role. It's a person. It's a character.
AOC.
Yeah.
What about
50,
40? Oh, where are you going?
56 down. Blank L blank blank.
That clue: kind of job that's coveted. Kind of job that's coveted. Glam job.
Glam job.
No.
I can think
57.
of some jobs.
57 down. Blank S blank blank.
Purposes. Uses.
A blank U apu.
Oh, that's right. Hasn't because of the. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Or it's apu.
So P. It's a
APU.
P. So 56 down is PL blank blank. Kind
Plum,
of job that's coveted.
like a plum gig.
Yeah. Well, that we said for glum. You said glum. I said plum. Professor Plum.
Yeah.
But I didn't consider that kind of plum. Oh, such a good clue.
Well done. True clue time for 64 across. Blank LUE.
Yeah. How about Professor Plum's game?
Clue. Good one. It could be that, or it could be horse byproduct.
Glue.
It could be.
That's a tragic reference, but
And the true clue for that is stick with it.
glue.
Blue. Stick with it.
It's funny that it doesn't have an exclamation point
I
at the end.
know.
Oh,
They've been
man.
doing that
Will Shorts
sometimes.
is really
yeah.
kind of, there's a little bit too much
Shortness.
gray area right there. Yeah, way too short for me.
Yeah.
Onto what then? We have True Clue double down for 61 down. And
Well, we already
67
saw
up.
61 down.
Oh, did
E.G.
we?
blank. And that,
egg
yeah.
tart. That sounds yummy, actually.
Yeah,
I want an
probably.
egg
So
tart.
then it's just gyms, and the clue could be place to work out.
Places to work out. It could be that.
It
Yeah.
could be that. You want to get more specific? You want to diverge somehow?
No, I think that. Yeah, that's all it could be. What else? Yeah, places for squatters.
Squatters, that's cute.
Lifting weights.
Yeah. Again,
Lifting-
I would throw in a question mark there. That just me? Place for
Not
squatters?
just you. It's not just you. I might have put a question mark there, but I more want an exclamation point on the other it thing because I'm just
Blue,
trying to get
yeah.
my mind around the whole it thing.
Mhm.
But almost maybe they or never do exclamation points. How about that?
Yeah. How about that?
Why don't we do 45? Oh, what's the true clue for 61? Oh, we saw that. Well, 45 and 46 down.
Okay. Y blank S blank blank blank
That
for
clue-
45 down.
Program extra.
Program extra. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yos.
Weird. I don't know. What about 46 down? E blank T blank blank blank.
Body image.
Yeah, it's like an MRI, right?
Yeah, or like a estate.
Body, but it's a pun. Yeah. So
Yeah. I don't know. Shall we see 49 down? Blanky blank blank blank.
we have Barry Black. Barry. Tattoo, body image.
Two.
Okay, so it's not yes tempting. It's tempting.
It's tempting. Were you even on when we were doing that earlier?
Oh, Barry, thank you for joining us and for
Yeah.
I mean, we maybe would have figured it out at some point once everything else didn't work. But you're right. Body image
in an
tattoo.
in an MRI, they ask you if you have recent tattoos because it can blur the ink.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And do you? Did
No.
you? No.
I have no recent tattoos.
Okay. Well, shame. They're
Yeah.
expensive.
It's a shame. It's a shame they get ruined, or it's a shame that I didn't get a tattoo ruined.
Both things.
Okay,
I
thank
mean,
you.
or it's a shame that you don't. That you don't
I've been
have a
wanting
recent
to. I've
tattoo.
been wanting some tats for a while. I've just waiting.
It's
waiting and
waiting to spend money on other more essential things.
Sure.
Okay.
58 across.
We're back. What? 58 across. Blank blank TR blank.
Back in style.
Retro.
Retro.
I want to look that up. I like.
Want to look that up?
Yeah,
Okay.
I guess.
Yeah.
It's just an abbreviation
retro
of a
maybe?
prefix. It's just a prefix, right? Like
Yeah, but it'll have roots that will be interesting, no doubt.
I think maybe
62 across. Blank blank blank.
ponder with over. Ponder.
Croon over. Swoon over.
Brood over.
Brood over.
Is that right?
Yeah.
What about
True Clue down 59 down.
True Clue game 59 down. OD blank.
Strange.
Odd. A poem, a dedicated poem.
Ode.
Yeah.
You know, it would be another fun. I thought of another good one would be uneven.
Odd.
Question mark.
question mark. It comes late.
but
It was in the
cute.
tone.
Yeah.
Yeah, uneven. Yeah.
True Clue though is flattering lines.
Flattering lines. That's an ode.
David.
And flattering
O.
lines? Wouldn't
Yeah.
that be question mark? Flattering lines?
Nope. Guess not.
Okay. Where to? 49 across, 65 across, 49 down, 45 down. We already
Let's 40, 65 across, 65 across, blank, blank, ORE.
that clue. Supply.
Store?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because I already saw this one down. We saw Eastern Europeans, and that's Serbs.
Uh-huh. Sure is.
So did we already see 49 across and
We did
45 down?
40. I don't know. I don't think we did.
Well, it's got to be,
It's got to be one thing.
yeah, it's got to be um
Rivals of TikToks.
snaps?
Yeah.
Rivals of TikToks? Oh, is that what you call them? They call them
Yeah,
snaps?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, cool. It could be percussive element
Oh,
in music.
elements.
But yeah, percussive element.
Snaps.
Yeah.
Yep.
Um,
And then what? Like a map within a map.
yeah, insert. Or it could be like you know, a fireplace within a fireplace or something like that.
Or is it inset?
It's called an insert.
Okay.
I have one. It's broken.
Oh no! For a map, it's an inset.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I have a gas insert. It's a because you can buy a stove, you can buy like a gas fireplace that just stands on its own, but if it's going to go inside of an existing fireplace, it's an insert. Yeah.
Okay, we've learned a lot today.
Yeah, but the true clue was program extra, which we did see already.
Insert. You slip it into the program.
Yeah.
You
Sounds
print an
at
extra.
a poetry slam.
Snaps. They do like snapping as applause.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'll take that because your snaps was a totally different meaning. So,
Snap.
yep.
It was.
Okay, Vid.
Now,
Did we already see city street demarcation? Blank blank SLANE. City street demarcation.
let's look at 29 now because I think I just know it.
Blank blank blank.
And I know this because I saw him in the flesh.
That's
like
fun.
two weeks
Can't wait to
ago.
hear.
Ready?
Simu blank. Go on. Go ahead.
Portrayer of Shang-Chi in the Marvel universe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Simu Liu. Is that how it's
I
spelled?
think that's right. And I
Okay,
think
cool.
what we have is
Oh,
true.
yeah.
Yeah, I think it's bus lane.
Bus lane obs.
Obviously. And then 32 across is also obvious now. The add-ons to some bills are riders.
Oh, well, I don't think we'd seen that though.
Yeah, we did add on to some
Okay.
bills.
Hold on in some message.
BRB.
And then the
And now
28
it's done.
across is the drab.
Blah.
Okay. 47. 5 faster than our average, or maybe my averaged with our average.
That gives us time to look at your Friday.
Yeah, let's finish it out real quickie.
Anything else we need to note down here from
5
today's
stars.
puzzle? Maybe we'll look up pluck. I have pluck, gumption, try, winter in French. Anything else we should be looking up in the etymological past from today's
That's good.
puzzle?
I like
Okay.
that. Okay, so here we go. We've got 13 across. NOMAKEUP blank blank D blank blank blank.
Okay.
Discreet look. So it's no makeup. Something. Don't know.
Discreet look, no makeup, and what? Show me the other kind of big themed answers here.
Okay, so one who
Matcha
collects
latte,
just for kicks. Yeah, matcha latte.
green
is
cappuccino
one.
alternative. Okay,
Content creator. I don't think this
who
one
makes
really
videos. Oh, okay, so
has
22 across is sneaker blank blank blank. Blank.
4 blanks. Yeah, one who collects just for kicks.
Oh, what do they call those guys? The sneaker.
Is it sneaker head? Is it
Head,
sneaker?
I think it might be. What's
Yeah.
20 down?
I don't know.
Blank
blank
ROE.
Yeah. Contraction for 1.
What?
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. Maybe I have something wrong, but I like cheapo for 2-bit. I like Shell filling station, taco bar, Wayne blank, Wayne Manor. Okay.
Wayne Manor?
Yeah.
What is that? That's like
Wayne
where
Manor,
Batman
where
lives?
Bruce Wayne lives.
Not
No.
Wayne Mansion?
Batman does not live in Wayne Manor. He lives in the
No,
Batcave.
and he lives in the basement.
Yeah.
Okay. 16 across. TRE blank blank.
Something platted.
Plated. PLAITED.
Yeah. Is it pronounced plated? I think it's platted.
I would have said, what
Tress?
does that mean to you?
Is it like maybe a tress is like
It is a tress, I think.
hairdo? Yeah. Okay.
Like braided almost, right?
Yeah,
Isn't that what that
exactly. Yeah. 12 down blank blank S.
Some sport VIPs.
Some sports
Sports
VIPs.
VIPs. So like QBs.
QBs, are they VIPs?
They're taking care of like.
But that's only one
they have a
sport.
whole defensive line.
Not some sport.
Some sports. Okay. VIPs.
6 down. Blank 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 S.
Wireless support providers at times. Okay. Blank 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 S. That's not a lot to work on or work with. What about 6 across?
Blank A, blank blank blank.
That clue. How many packages are sent?
Par avion. Can't wait to hear from your
How
aunt
many
on that
packages are sent? Could it be like data packages or something like that?
Zipped or how many packets?
Okay. 12 across. Blank blank D blank blank blank.
Something that maybe you shouldn't hold. A grudge or bad something.
12 down, B blank S for some sports VIPs.
I don't know.
Wireless support providers at time. So then, should we look at 17 across, I guess?
Blank, blank, blank. It's 328 feet in an Olympic size pool.
A lap.
A lap? Okay. Great.
Then what?
Like
8, 9, 10, 11. 8, 9, 10 down, yeah.
Blank, 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 L, blank, blank.
One of 2 penguin species endemic to Antarctica. That's crazy. Okay, 9 down.
Not
blank.
emperor.
No.
Doesn't
I guess
fit.
that's the other one, I guess.
Yeah.
Blank, 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 A, blank, blank.
Lizard with a third eye.
Oh, what?
Does that sound familiar at all?
That's
No.
like a... Oh, is that like a mythological thing, or is that like a new? It's like not like some like Egyptian god or something like that. Okay, 10 down. Blank 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 P blank blank.
Shilled for. Maybe rept.
Okay, rept. Shilled for, but yeah, ED. It probably is ED down there. Let's do 20 across. Blank 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 E.
Maybe it is sneakerhead.
Sneakerhead. Okay.
But then it's contraction for one.
Throw. THROE. Is it possible 7 down is something else? We have from the chat. 7 down ADD. What's the clue? ADD. Blank it up. Oh, add it up.
Yeah. It doesn't. It could definitely be something else.
Sum it up. Yeah, I guess it could be.
But let's do
by air, because it's by air. Yuck it up.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Yuck it up.
Okay. Got it. By air.
By air. And then
No makeup. Something. One of 2. Lizard with a third eye. Iguana.
Iguana.
Does it have a third eye?
I don't know about
I
that.
don't know about that. What musicians pluck on a mbura? Blank blank any.
Okay. Could it be a tine? I kind of think that
Could
that's
be,
throw, THROE, which is contraction. You know, like the throws of. I kind of, contractions are on the mind actually for me.
Oh.
And
Because yeah.
And what
are
I
you
want
sharing
to do
it with
is
sharing it with the
look
pod world, David? All the news.
I just have a wife who's expecting to. We're in the 9th month of pregnancy, approaching full term, and any minute now. So what we have, throw, it might be interesting to look that up. Tine, I see that at the end of a fork is, each little piece of a fork.
Yeah,
is
well,
a
and there's
tine.
Instruments that I have exactly.
Yeah, you have that thing you just used as tine. So should we look up tine while we're at it?
Sure, throw a tine.
All right,
there.
next word, throw. So then you have A blank blank LIE for 8 down. One of 2 penguin species endemic to Antarctica.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have 12 across. Blank blank U blank GE.
Something you shouldn't maybe hold. Shouldn't hold.
Grudge. You had it. You had it right.
Grudge. And so general managers, GMs.
Some sports VIPs. Yeah.
Discreet
no makeup.
Makeup.
No makeup.
Bras. wireless support providers at times,
Bras.
and Adeli. Adeli.
Whatever that is. And so it
Okay.
says, congratulations,
Yeah,
13
we done
minutes
did it.
slower. But
Yeah.
no makeup. 13 across.
Yeah, it's like it is a look.
Oh.
It looks like you're not wearing makeup.
Oh gosh.
No makeup.
That's very clever.
Mhm.
That's a fun thing to include in a puzzle too. Well done, Friday. That's it was a couple. Oh, you showed this to us, right? Didn't you already? Didn't we look at this?
This puzzle?
Or there was another puzzle from a couple weeks ago that had chunks carved out of it on the top left and the bottom right.
Oh, maybe it was this one. I don't know. I feel like we did one. But this was just the other day, yeah. Okay, well, let's do our etymological pass. We're in a new segment, so here comes a little theme. Here comes a little transition music. Okay. Moving into our etymological pass, we go to the internet.
Okay, so the Etym Online is the place we go.
Sure. And let's look it up. Tyne, mid 14th century, from Old English tind, spike, beak, prong, tooth of a fork. A general Germanic word, compare Old High German zint, sharp point, spike. Old Norse tinder, tyne, point, top, summit. German zinne, pinnacle, of unknown origin. Okay. See zinc.
And zinc says 1650s Zinke from German zinc, perhaps related to zinc prong point, said to have been used first by Paracelsus in 1526 on analogy of the form of its crystals after smelting. Zinc is from Old High German zint, a point, jag from Proto-Germanic tang, ting, tine. A source also of Old Norse tinger, point, top, summit, Old English. Okay. Cool. Tine. It doesn't come up, like, not a lot of words. Tine to me is a word that most people, it's a crossword puzzle word, maybe. Yeah. Most people don't necessarily, people don't use the term all the time. And if you brought it up, most people wouldn't know that,
all the time.
That word. Not all the time.
Oh, what next, David?
Next up is throw, THROE. In reverse order, I guess we're doing.
Please. You want to read this one?
Yeah. Throw, noun, from the 1200. Pain, pang of childbirth, agony of death. Of uncertain origin, possibly from Old English prawan, twist, turn, writhe, see throw, THROW, or altered from Old English preya, genitive prawa, affliction, pang, evil, threat, persecution, related to prawian, to suffer, Proto-Germanic throwo. Source also of Middle High German dro, threat, German droen, to threaten. Modern spelling first recorded 1610s, related throws. It's also a little old-fashioned to me when I hear someone say throes of passion. They usually say throes of passion, right?
I usually hear like the death throes.
Oh, so maybe throws is with a W. Throws of in the throes. That's a whole different thing.
No, I bet
this is pain and pang and
but
agony,
passion brings
turning,
pain
and writhing.
Yeah. Should we see when we look up the throes of passion?
Yeah. Oh, it has an E.
No, yeah, it's what they throw. Hey, David.
All right, Daniel. I'm sorry. You were right the whole time. Throes.
Intense or violent pain and struggle, especially accompanying birth, death, or great change.
Or passion.
Passion, apparently, yeah.
Which to me can lead to the pains of pregnancy and birth.
If someone is in the throes of passion, they are having sex, the internet says.
Thank you, Macmillan Dictionary.
Okay.
And that's just a kind of a euphemism, I suppose, the throes of passion. Throes, though, is such a word. No one says that. No one says throes unless they're saying of passion after it, right?
No, well, unless I would say more often they're saying the death throes.
You've heard death throes.
I hear death throes.
Okay.
Yeah. There it is.
So those
right
two things, I haven't heard the death throes as much. Yeah. Okay, good call. Thanks for pointing that out.
Okay, que más?
Now we're on to our third word of the etymological pass, retro. It should come up
Retro.
as a prefix because it gives you prefix,
Mhm.
but it's also a word.
Oh, yeah. 1974 from French, retro. 1973, supposedly first used of a revival, circa 1968, of Eva Peron inspired fashions and
Hmm.
short for retrograde. There is an isolated use in English from 1768, and the word apparently was used in 19th century French as a term in billiards, as a
Retro.
noun short for retro rocket. So retrograde of planets appearing to move in the sky contrary to the usual direction. From Latin retrogradus, going back, moving backwards, retrogradi, moving backwards, and from retro, backwards, reverse. Yeah. Group plus gradi, to go, step. Proto-Indo-European root, grid, to walk, go. Um,
Hmm.
Great. General sense of tending to revert is recorded from 1530s. That of directed backward in a direction contrary to the original motion is from the 1620s.
Yeah, click on that guy for me. The one with the hyphen. Retro hyphen.
Retro hyphen.
Retro, a word forming element of Latin origin meaning backwards behind, backward back behind, usually in reference to a place or position, rarely of time, formerly in the past. Probably originally the ablative form of reteros, based on re, back, see, re. Okay, so re is its own prefix. So,
Yeah.
but don't let's not go
But
down
it's
that
not,
rabbit
no,
hole.
yeah,
We
yeah.
got to get on to the next thing, which is Bon Iver was an answer. That Bon
Okay.
Iver, the guy who kind of
Yeah.
auto tunes and sings kind of indie rock. The Clue described him.
Yeah.
He anyway. How do you say winter in French? Basically, because Good Winter is maybe what his name is supposed to sound like, but yeah, it's missing an H.
But it sounds like that. The H is surely silent.
Yeah, but so it's like it's like an English corruption of a French, right?
Yeah. Good
A
winter.
French. He wanted to call himself that, and he's like, well, I couldn't actually spell it how French people spell it, so I'm going to call myself how you would spell it if you were just going to spell it for an American person to read.
Sure. Bon Iver.
And then they'll read it, and they'd be like, what? How do you say that? Bon Iver? Bon Iver. And then someone corrects them. They say Bon Iver, and you're like, oh, that was non-obvious, but sure. And now they say that the reason why is because if you say it like that, it sounds like the French word for good winter.
Good on him, Mr. Ivor. I've heard him before. He's pretty good.
He's done some guest performing on a variety, like on Kanye West stuff and on other.
Gets around.
He does, yeah.
Okay, Vid.
Well, now we've got try. You had the word try came up not because of anything in the puzzle, but because of something that we thought of, and as a
It's
true
on the
clue.
tip of my tongue. This sport or game where a try is like it's like an action, or it's like a specific thing.
Do you want to ask? Do you want to like Google that, or do you want to?
Let's see if it comes in here, and then I'll think of if
Here,
I can.
the try verb is just about like the judicial system. So I don't know, maybe
But I'd love to see where it starts. It's
Okay.
Old French trier, to pick out, to cull, examine judiciously, discover by evaluation, attempt to do.
That is kind of interesting. Like when you try food, you're like you're judging
examining
it.
it. Yeah.
Like I'm gonna try it, but you don't think like, oh, I'm gonna try it. Like I'm gonna put this on trial. I like in when you're talking about law, you're like, I'm gonna try this, and it's gonna be very serious. And but it's not. For me, I see those as two totally different concepts of tries. When I'm thinking about it, like they're semantically they're so far away, but we should unite them because they come from the same root.
Let's unite the tries.
Yeah.
Okay, well then, try a noun is a screen for sifting from try, an effort, an attempt. Triage, entries linking to try.
Yeah.
But that's like a 3, isn't it? Picking out, sorting. No, it's trier. It's still.
It's a trying. It's a
So triage.
It's the noun of. It's
Yeah. sorting, which is
Action.
where
Yeah.
try comes from. Okay, so here we go. I'm just gonna. What sport
Yeah.
has a try?
Well, we could also ask ChatGPT. Oh, rugby.
It
Of
is
course,
rugby.
it's going to be rugby.
Yeah, yeah. I knew it was that. It was on the tip of my tongue. I feel like. Yeah.
Have you, Daniel? Have you spent time on ChatGPT? And my second question as a follow up is like, have you used it as an etymology reference?
I haven't yet. No, I've spent time on it, mostly kind of like polishing text, occasionally getting it to sort of like generate text that I can then like build off other copy for stuff.
Yeah. Okay. That's a cool way to use
Yeah.
it. Well, I wonder
yeah.
if we should always keep using Edym Online, but I think ChatGPT, I think I might recommend it I think maybe all podcasts from now on should just use
have it
as
open
as a resource. But yeah, I'll go in there. I'll be like, hey, what's the etymology?
Nope, wrong one.
Not that Google account. Sorry. Yeah, different one. I'll say, hey, Chat GPT from OpenAI, what's the etymology of this and that phrase, word, word, and and it gives a good etymology. What's going on? This is going to be tricky, huh?
I guess so.
Oh, it's doing it.
Making me work for it.
Hard for your money. Now they're sending you a six-digit code to help you.
Too late. That's too hard. Not going to happen right now. Not this try.
Well, just for future reference to anyone out there looking for etymologies, that's what I have to say. I could actually maybe I'll pull it up while we're talking. Anyway, should I tell you the next word we want to look up?
You could try.
Well, you didn't get an actual, you had a definition and you didn't read it. Do you want to talk about rugby and what it means in rugby?
Oh, no, that's fine.
I do. It's 5 points or something. I want to know.
Okay, fine. 5 points are scored when you score a touchdown, called a try. This is when you run into the end zone with the ball in your hands and touch the ball down for 5 points. This is how spiking the football developed in American gridiron. 2 points are scored when kicking the points after the touchdown.
Okay.
So yeah, try is like a touchdown.
Okay. Oh, that's great.
I feel like that. I knew that, but I still feel like there's another.
Pursue it further then in Google.
Okay, what game has a try? Do I need to put it in?
Oh no.
Quotes maybe.
While we're just here, I'm asking ChatGPT because you couldn't get yours open. Remember, I'm not sharing my screen with the listeners or the viewers.
No, of course not.
But it tells me that the word try, as it applies to rugby, as it has its origins in the sport's early history in 19th century. In the early days of rugby, there were no points awarded for scoring a try, but rather the opportunity to try to kick a goal at the opponent's goalposts. If successful, this kick would result in a conversion and 2 points for the team. The term try is believed to have originated from this act of trying to score the goal after touching the ball down in the opponent's goal area. The first recorded use of the term try in a rugby context was 1877 in an English newspaper, the Northern Echo, which described a player trying to touch the ball down behind the opponent's goal line. Over time, the scoring system in rugby evolved to award points for scoring a try itself, but the term try remained in use to describe the act of touching the ball down behind the opponent's goal line. Today, scoring a try is worth 5 points in rugby union and 4 points in rugby league. So there you have ChatGPT's response to the question. Now, what other sports have you found that try applies to?
Nothing yet. Ask ChatGPT.
Do any other sports
or games or
sports or games use the word try like rugby? And ChatGPT is thinking about it, but now they say, while the word try is commonly associated with rugby, it also is used in other sports. In American football, the term try is used to describe an attempt to score an extra point after a touchdown. Have you heard that, Daniel? Is that what you're thinking?
I don't know.
Same in Canadian football.
No, that's not what I'm thinking.
I'm not going to repeat that. Then, in some forms of Gaelic football, a traditional Irish sport, Daniel, the term try is used to describe an attempt to score a goal. Is this what you're thinking?
No.
And then it says that finally, overall, while the use of the term try in sports other than rugby is not as common, it is used in some contexts to describe attempts to score points or goals. So I feel like they've really explored every corner of
the
football and
the
rugby.
thing I swear the usage that I'm thinking of is not associated with simply scoring goals. It's like a bigger campaign or something.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, it's like
Well,
right there.
what about the use of try where it's not about scoring points, but it's
Something
about
larger,
campaigning?
maybe, or
It's about a larger campaign, a campaign of larger scope, I'll say.
yeah.
And then let's see what ChatGPT says to this question.
It may not be sports at all. It may be
The word
some.
try can relate to, also be used in non-sports contexts to refer to a campaign or effort of large scope, usually involving a difficult or challenging task. For example, one might say, I'm going to try to learn a new language.
One might say that. Oh, David, it's right there, but let's not dwell on it for forever. Let's try and move on.
Oh my gosh! I wish we could find this thing. It doesn't. Anyway,
Yeah.
it's still. It
It's gonna
feels
come to me.
fun to
It's
me.
gonna just pop into my brain before we're done.
Okay.
I
Well,
swear.
then should
What
we
else?
move on to the next?
Yeah.
We have 2 words left on the
Mhm.
etymological pass. The final,
Mhm.
the second to last word is gumption.
Oh, gumption, fun. Conjunction, gumption. What's your gumption? 1719, originally Scottish. Common sense, shrewdness, acuteness of practical understanding. Also, drive, initiative, possibly connected with Middle English game, attention, heed. Gome, English gome. Attention, heed, from Old Norse gaumer, heed, attention. Sense of initiative is first recorded in 1812, related, gumptious. Attested from 1823. Huh.
Gumptious
Gumption.
is kind of fun. Gumption.
Gumptious.
Chat GPT says that there's a Scottish original spelling that's Gumshun, which I like.
Gumption.
Gumption.
Yeah.
It also has a reference here. This is great. It kind of feels like we asked Wikipedia or something, but it says in popular culture, the term gumption is perhaps most closely associated with the book Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance by Robert Pirsig, in which the author describes gumption as a kind of metaphysical heroism that involves overcoming obstacles and achieving personal excellence through the pursuit of quality. So, did you know that? I didn't know that.
I didn't.
I like a little bit of cultural reference in my answers, for etymologically speaking.
Yeah. Okay.
Finally,
Well, Kemas.
we have pluck.
Oh, we sure do. Let's do it. Pluck the noun, not pluck the verb, but we'll see if they relate.
They could be related.
Go, David. Or you can ask Mr. GPT.
I did.
Okay.
Mrs.
All right.
GPT says,
Excuse me,
oh,
Ms.
but maybe you have, or would you like to go?
Sure.
'Cause
1400. Pluck with 2 Ks, a pull, a tug, act of plucking from pluck. Yeah. Meaning courage, boldness, determined energy, 1785, originally in pugilism slang, from a figurative term from the earlier meaning heart or viscera. Using the earlier meaning heart or viscera as that which is plucked from slaughtered livestock in preparing the carcass for market. This sense was perhaps influenced by figurative use of the verb in pluck up one's courage, attested from 1300. So,
they don't seem related.
Yeah, it's weird. Pluck up. Pluckin', pluck the verb, they trace it to Middle English pluckin', pull something off or out of a surface. But yeah, this has like a bunch of other Old English plokian, West Germanic pluckin, source of Middle Low German pluckin. Yeah, what else? The vulgar Latin pilucare, from source of the French peluche.
I wonder if maybe it's unrelated, but it says here on your etymology page that this euphemistic use is attested from 1610s to pluck up courage or to pluck up heart, and that's from 1300. So it seems to me, I don't know why that says 1610s, then it says 1300, but whatever. That one could have led to the other. Like one, you pluck up courage, and then you're someone who has pluck, like who. But no, maybe not.
Okay. Well, great. Thus ends another great EP.
Yes, it does.
And let's move on to our art section, I say.
Okay.
One last instrument to move us through. Here we go. All right. Now it's the arts section. All and David, you want to go first?
I could if you'd like.
Please.
I don't know how you're going to look this one up. It's not going to be on like IMDb.
Man.
But I had an interesting experience. I've been using this. Maybe I've told you about it. I've been using a treadmill that has a video like a screen, and it has someone running in front on the screen. Someone that they've recorded running all over the world, in Greece or in Mexico or in Japan, and you get this is a service provided by iFit, this company.
Okay.
And they have a whole library worth of trainers you can choose from who can guide you on these tours. There's walking tours and running tours, and you can walk around in Scotland, or you can climb mountains, or all sorts of very
adventures,
cool adventures. Yeah. And I've been using this treadmill with this service over the years. Anyway, I'm sure they have tons of different guides, and I'm sure so many of them are great. But I only have I'm here to talk to you about my guide, the guy that's been like my treadmill trainer.
Okay.
Over the last couple of years, and he because oddly I also am I have friends of friends who do the camera work on the on these runs that they post to the treadmill. They're like, hey, here we are in Greece running around the Parthenon, and the runner is mic'd and speaking to a camera that's running alongside him and very gracefully recording the whole thing.
Yeah.
And there's drone shots.
Your friends are the camera operators.
That's right. Yeah.
That's cool.
Friends of friends. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
oh yeah, is this Wayne was telling me about some friends of his that did like some of the adventure videos for like Maverick. Are these the same people? Maybe.
I don't know. No, I don't know about that. These these folks are folks that like Chantel and the Bennetts know and stuff like that. I don't know.
Well, so who's your guy? Who's your trainer? Who's your gal?
His name, and I have an odd personal connection to him as well. Where in that the guy, this trainer, I chose him because I know who he is, and I actually, in fact, know who he is. But oddly enough, his dad and my dad were old buddies.
Oh, okay.
And I believe that my dad was the namesake for this guy, this trainer.
Oh,
my dad's name is Thomas, and this gentleman's name, the trainer on iFit, his name is Tommy Rivers Pusey.
Tommy Rivers.
Yeah. Tommy Rivs is how
Pusey,
he goes.
5K.
Yeah. Well, I don't. Yeah. Whatever. I don't know about 5K, but
that's just what the old Google suggested.
Yeah. And he's a fascinating figure. He is a completely amazing individual, I have to say. Yeah, and I feel this way after just running on a treadmill for a long time. But I kind of already knew about him for a variety of reasons. Like my social media connections over the years have exposed me to his running story. He's a professional runner, and he's been a competitive runner for years. He and his brother, so like the family is athletic. And I always just knew that, this family that was friends of my family, that they had athletic kids, and their dad was my dad's friend, kind of an avuncular figure to me, a non-related uncle figure, a really great guy. I know the dad better than I don't remember. Maybe in my young years, I might have met this guy Tommy Rivers Pusey, but I don't think I've ever met him in real life that I can remember. But his dad I know well, and he, so that's its own kind of funny connection. But anyone who has this service through iFit, which is actually a company out of Logan, Utah, iFit.
Oh yeah, I think I knew that. I think
Yeah.
I'd heard that. Yeah.
They he guides you along, and he talks to you about the location you're running in. He talks to you, he's like, we're on Easter Island. They go on to Easter Island, and he tells you all about the statues, and he tells you about the history and all the different fascinating history of Easter Island. But then he talks to you about the physics of running and the nature of kind of tearing down your muscles and building an endurance and kind of and growing capacity in your lungs and all this kind of stuff. He talks about the like anatomy of it and what's happening in your body and stuff like that. And so he's always very chatty the whole time, telling you all about this and that, telling you about himself and he's like, I live in Arizona and I train at this level and all this. And so you get to know him and you get to know, and you spend hours and hours with him talking to you. And, anyway, he's an amazing runner, and if you see him run, you can he's something special. And so is his brother. They're amazing. They go fast and they go far, and the competitive. And they've gone for Olympic stuff. There are some tragedies in the story that I'm telling you about this guy Tommy Rose, because he's come across injury in his game, and he's come across severe illness several times. He's kind of been knocked down, and the big story for me is that he had a completely debilitating like lung cancer. I think is what it was. And he was comatose for months and months. He had been doing lots of running and was doing training in the Grand Canyon, and there's a long story that you can check out. The story's available if you're interested in finding out how it all happened. But he descended into a long, prolonged, debilitating illness, and slowly he's been trying to kind of recover from it. A very difficult experience, but this is all after having been a runner on this treadmill system, for years and building. I imagine now I know that he's built this huge following. So it's all building to this one moment, because he's kind of he's out of the hospital. He's back, and he's trying to kind of get back out there. And the first runs that he's posted on to this treadmill platform, you can't watch these on YouTube or anywhere else on the internet, because they only send them to these treadmills. So you can only see it. You can't rewind it even when you're watching it on the treadmill. There's no way to pause it or really go back. And anyway, so all these training programs that he does are like high intensity, or some of it's like really intense running, hard to do. You're running 8 to 9 miles an hour on these little sprint things, but sometimes you're doing low intensity stuff too. And he's training, and anyway, that's a whole thing. But now he's back, and his recent programs have been like walking tours, because he's still like recovering, right? And that's all to kind of set the context for this video that this video is this art section segment that I want to share with you, is that he came back from being completely out and he did the Boston Marathon. I think it was last year. I think the Boston Marathon last year. And he didn't, he was well enough to walk it a lot of the time and to run it some of the time, to kind of do short stints of running and then getting too tired and walking. And the segment, the video segment when you go into the treadmill, you choose it, and they divide it up into maybe 4 to 6 sections, but you can go, and they had a camera with him, just like always. You can go do the Boston Marathon with him.
Wow.
I'm never going to do the Boston Marathon in my life, right? And you can divide it into segments and do it in segments like you're going to do.
So in the Boston Marathon case, did they have a runner with a camera?
Yeah.
Just
the whole time, right on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's quite a runner. that can
Also a
camera
runner.
operator. Yeah.
All the whole time, the whole whoever's operating the camera has to run, and the Boston Marathon is one challenge of a kind, but they're also doing that's maybe easier than these up and down. They're treacherous cliffs and snowy peaks, and it's crazy other places that they go. Like the Boston Marathon's pretty maybe easy compared to what they've done, but it's long. I guess you're right. It's a long marathon. So anyway. The craziest, it's the craziest thing, and it's hard. It's interesting to share because I can't really share it and recommend it to anyone. No one's ever. I'm not recommending that people buy a treadmill and sign up for this service because it's kind of an absurd ask. But I'm sharing this with you because I want to describe what it was like to witness this man who I really look up to him and admire his wisdom and his all the things I've learned from him to try to become a better runner myself. But not just that, but I admire the way that he himself is heroically like recovering from a bad illness and kind of just setting a really good example, I think. Anyway, the thing about the experience of him running through is like have you ever run a marathon or a half marathon or a 5K? They're the most positive experiences you can imagine. Everybody's buzzed on this like energy.
Oh, I have done a 5K.
Yes. Okay. Was that
was a
positive?
5K? Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Like everybody at the end of especially the finish line, everybody's cheering and hooping. It's an amazing like emotional experience as everyone crosses the finish line. But even at the water stations in between, everybody's super motivational and positive, and it's one of the most in general. It's just like in its whole, it's the most positive existing kind of event I can imagine, and anyway, so here this guy Tommy Rivs is kind of walking and running, and he's trying to give you some coaching and some tips on, okay, we're approaching some steep parts, so we're going to be kind of anticipating that and saving some energy for this segment of the race, etc. He's describing the process and the running technique and stuff like that, but he can barely finish a sentence because every 5 seconds a runner comes by him and says, "Oh, Tommy, oh my gosh, you've changed." Like they're in tears, and they're like I got to take a selfie with you as we run, and every 5 seconds.
Is the footage mostly uncut? Is it pretty like
it's all raw, uncut? Mostly raw, uncut. There are times on like a hike, you're going on a hike in Machu Picchu or something like that, and then they get to a place where there's just a bunch of tourists, and then, so they clearly like cut to a drone shot and then cut to him finishing somewhere else. But the Boston Marathon, it's all intact video, really. It's all except for the fact that they did cut it into segments. But it takes, how long would it take? It would take like 4.5, I don't remember what it was, 4 to 6 hours or whatever to finish walking a marathon. Maybe it took walking / running, and in each of those segments, it's just, he couldn't and it's every walk of life comes up to him, and people, and then there's the people who see him and don't say anything, but make recognition with their face. And I just, to me, there's this thing that happened that not very many people know about this, except for people who ran the Boston Marathon last year, who know who Tommy Rivs is, because they follow they don't just follow him on treadmill stuff. He's on Instagram, I'm sure too.
Sure,
I don't know about Instagram as much, but I'm sure they were on there with him too. So that's another big place for him. So this doesn't exist in an isolated way, but the experience on the treadmill and seeing everyone and everyone's joy in meeting him and cheering him on and celebrating his recovery, and I just don't, I've never experienced anything like that in all my life, watching movies, live theater. This was a piece of media that I think about it all the time, and I it's just fun to think that someone, I can share it with you, Daniel, and the rest of the world.
So yeah, sort of. You can,
Yeah.
I mean, you can share with us as much as we might be able to share any other piece of media that somebody will never consume. Well, I get to taste as much of it as I would
Yeah.
of like a tennis thing that I will never get around to watching.
You're welcome
But
to. You really should
can
watch
I come
tennis,
over
but
and
like
just use your treadmill sometime?
you're welcome to. Yeah.
Okay, thanks. Cool. I'll be there every day the next month.
You're gonna love it. If you pick Tommy as your runner, you're
Okay.
gonna love it.
All right. Well, that's exciting and a very fun, unique entry into our arts section. So I'm going to take us back to the old standard onto an IMDb, but I think what I might actually do is just maybe have us watch, if it's on YouTube, I might just have us watch like the first, the opening of this show that I haven't watched the whole thing. And I don't know if I will. I couldn't sleep the other night. And so I was like, well, I think I'm going to just peruse. And I found this thing. I'm like, oh, this looks interesting. I was like, I know this thing to be a cultural phenomenon. And so I'm like, I guess I'll put this on and we'll see. And my wife was sleeping, so I had the white noise on. And so I had the volume turned down real low. And I saw and the subtitles were off and weird, but like the whole thing is just gonzo bananas.
Okay.
And it's a movie. Intrigued. It's a movie called Buckaroo Banzai: The Adventures or whatever of The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai Across the Eighth Dimension.
Okay, from 10 years ago.
Yeah. No, sorry, that's a posting from 10 years ago. Yeah. Let's watch the trailer.
Oh boy.
Okay. Trailer number 1.
Classic trailer.
The thing that's different about a Verbo vacation home, you always have the whole place to yourself.
That's a little NIMBY. Is that RoboCop?
Yep, Peter Weller.
So there's men with 80s attire and hairdos. Oh, and a cowboy. And they're walking towards each other on the Los Angeles River.
You recognize the cowboy?
The dry. Oh, I wasn't really expecting him that closely. Oh.
President's on line 1 calling about is everything okay with the alien spacecraft from Planet 10, or should he just go ahead and destroy Russia?
Is that Jeff Goldblum?
On 1 and no on 2.
The cowboy was Jeff Goldblum, yeah. Okay, that's a weird...
Banzai.
Let's see if I can just show you like the opening...
Oh, dear.
Buckaroo Banzai...
Opening
scene.
Oh, there's an opening scene.
My favorite film scene, Buckaroo Banzai. Okay, maybe I can just do this. No, you need to see like there's like an opening crawl kind of. There's just like the thing,
okay.
yeah, like the
like a title sequence.
Titles, opening titles. Buckaroo.
I could see if ChatGPT could describe it to me. Tell me
maybe
about what happens in the opening title sequence of Buckaroo Banzai.
Banzai.
B-A-N-Z-I.
Okay.
They spell it with an A-N, though, my friend. The opening title sequence of the 1984 cult classic film, The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai Across the Eighth Dimension, is a frenetic, colorful montage that sets the tone for the movie's offbeat and irreverent style. The sequence begins with a shot of a car driving through a desert landscape, accompanied by an energetic rock music score. The car is revealed to be future... What?
Before you even see any of that, you see this. This is the title card that sets the thing. Buckaroo Banzai, born to an American mother and a Japanese father, thus began life as he was destined to live it, going in several directions at once. A brilliant neurosurgeon, this restless young man grew quickly dissatisfied with a life devoted solely to medicine. He roamed the planet studying martial arts and particle physics, collecting around him a most eccentric group of friends, those hard-rocking scientists, the Hong Kong Cavaliers. And now, with his astounding...
Oh, that sounds all right.
Now, with his astounding jet car, ready for a bold assault on the dimension barrier, Buckaroo Banzai. Okay, what's next? What else we got?
Why did they do that? That's so...
Anyway, it's just nuts. It is crazy. It's like clearly inspired by things like let's go to IMDb here, and it's got John Lithgow. It's got Peter Weller. It's got let's see, I guess, there we go. Is 1984. So, it's actually before Back to the Future. And there's like some similarities. In fact, I was wondering, the Ellen Barkin, Christopher Lloyd, they may have stolen some stuff in Back to the Future from this. Like there's like a flux capacitor kind of like, let's see.
Let me ask ChatGPT about that.
Okay.
Was there any plagiarism? Was there any suggestion that Buckaroo?
Okay, yeah, look at that.
Banzais.
This is the item in Buckaroo Banzai that like triggers when he's about to like cross the interdimensional barrier in a car. Yeah. So what is he saying? What's she saying? What are they saying?
Back to the Future. Well, ChatGPT, as an answer to that question, says, while there are some similarities between the adventures of Buckaroo Banzai across the eighth dimension and the Back to the Future film franchise, there is no evidence to suggest that Buckaroo Banzai directly inspired Back to the Future. Both films involve time travel and feature eccentric, unconventional heroes who are scientists and inventors, but both films also blend humor with action and adventure and feature memorable supporting characters. However, Back to the Future was developed independently of Buckaroo Banzai and was released 2 years after the latter film. The filmmaker... I'm going to ask about this flux capacitor thing, though, because it doesn't... why does the flux capacitor look just like that thing from Buckaroo Banzai? I didn't know. I see John Lithgow there in that picture you're showing me. That's wild.
So 5 things it borrowed. It says ladders from above. Flying DeLorean in Back to the Future Part 2. There's like a ladder, like a Deus Ex Machina ladder or whatever. Flux capacitor, the car, the producers. Behind the scenes.
It has an oscillation overthruster is what they call the Y-shaped piece of equipment in Buckaroo Banzai.
Okay. I don't know if I'm ever going to finish it. If I'll go back to it, I might suggest it for like a Sultan movie night one time. I think if a group of people were to get together and watch it, I think it's also probably got some racist stereotypes in it. Okay. But some,
one more reason not to watch it, I suppose. Yeah. And just forget it.
It feels like when I pulled it up on like Prime or something that there was some little like disclaimer about insensitive, like depictions of.
There were different times.
Yeah,
it's saying.
Anyway, so yeah, not a recommendation so much as just sort of like an observation about this that moment of
you came across it,
and also just like the ridiculously of like a polymath hero, being obsessed with this guy who's like he was a neurosurgeon who studied martial arts and collected rock star scientists around him to do particle physics.
Who's the creative mind behind it?
I do not know. Let's go back to the IMDb and
the
see
old IMDb resource.
Writer Earl Mac Rausch, who also did other things that I haven't heard of. New York. Don't know that. Strangers Watching, Wired. Not a lot. He did that, but maybe the producer was more the creator.
Oh, that's an interesting supposition.
Okay, so Neil Canton. Neil Canton, who also did Back to the Future.
Oh, and Get Carter.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Dennis Jones.
Dennis Jones, also Land of the Dead, Death Race, Virus.
Sidney Beckerman. No. Okay. So there is some overlap there.
Red Dawn. Okay.
There's some overlap, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'll look into it more, but it is a funny thing that exists out there. The more of the point that I know Buckaroo Banzai like as a reference is from Ready Player One,
which I haven't seen, so no spoilers.
Okay, well,
kidding.
There's just an outfit he wears. One of the skins that the characters can put on.
Is Buckaroo Banzai?
Is a Buckaroo Banzai outfit.
Well, I have heard the words Buckaroo Banzai in my life. I feel that doesn't sound so rare. Like
it's just kind of nuts. Like this, it's just like it opens with like he's doing that time travel thing, and then he goes on and he performs as like on a stage, comes in like a rock star, but then like he can hear this woman crying in the crowd, and so he stops the music playing and he makes them point a spotlight at her and bring a mic over to her and makes her tell the room why she's crying.
Weird. Does it work? Does the movie work?
I don't know. That's about where I give up. So all I will say is that I think if it continues in that vein, I think it could be very entertaining in a group setting, but I don't know. I don't know it to have any lasting cultural value. Anyway, that's that. Anything else to share, David? We'll be back maybe in a couple of weeks or something.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Well, no promises. At a certain point, no promises, because you know clock's ticking, and the
just
throes
gotta
of
get lucky, I guess.
The throes of the pangs and throes.
We could be in our death throes. We could be just barely in our birth throes. Maybe we're starting out.
We're knocking on the door of both right now, I'd say.
Yep. Great. Well, thank you to producer Sam at Salton Studios for keeping us looking small on the screen. And thank you to our listeners for subscribing and sharing our podcast. If you want to join us, subscribe on YouTube to Crosspod Wordcast, or on Twitch to Salton Studios, and or on Twitter, Instagram. We usually announce on there when we're going to go live. And David, do you have anything you want to say?
Nothing that I want to say right now. No, not right now.
Well, that's a pretty good place to stop the recording.